Yes, my bro.
Well gone, well gone.
What are you saying, G?
I'm alright still. Not too bad.
Bro,
not too
don't
bad.
gas me with this shit. I'm actually gassed. Charlesy locked in. I'm actually gassed about this trip. Like, I can't
Home
lie
trim
to you.
thing.
Yeah, it was a home
Okay.
trim thing. Like,
Respect it,
you don't
respect
understand.
it.
Did you not see what I look like? I look like homeless, bro. I look like I was on shit. So I look homeless. Like,
It's all a bit mad. It's all a bit mad.
I'm back.
That's what we
How
like.
you been, bro?
I'm nice, you know. I'm nice. I feel like lockdown's winding down, so good. Everyone's excited to do our little thing now.
When do you think clubs are opening? When do you think everything's coming back?
I'm gonna say like August.
Wait, can I ask, what's this extension earphone thing you got, bro?
Oh, I ain't even got that.
what's this? I was thinking, are you extending it from your wall? Like, what's... I thought you were extending it. Like, so,
don't kill me, bro.
I thought you used some extension cords.
Nah, this is the old school bang, you know, before the AirPods. Remember them?
I remember when you cut it, yeah? Nah, but what you been up to, bro? What you been doing?
Yeah, man, I've just been like working on the craft and just like, I think the good thing from this whole lockdown is that a lot of people have been able to just literally go straight back to basic, because you get into the routine of when you're out in the clubs, you kind of get to playing the same songs and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice that we can sit down and reevaluate all of that, find old tunes, find new patterns and all that kind of stuff. So I've been enjoying it, fam.
Yeah, you know what? It's weird. I'm actually enjoying it as well. I mean, obviously I'm doing this, but I've actually enjoyed it. Like,
and by the way, I respect this as well. This is a good idea. Get people talking, give people a chance to show their voice and showcase what they're about and all that. So
I feel like you haven't talked to anyone.
Yeah.
the way you're talking, I feel like you've been in prison. Like, you just come out, bro.
Fresh out, lockdown, man.
Fresh out, bro. I feel fresh out anyway, man. Like,
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But like I've been doing this and it's keeping me active, bro. But like, you've been releasing mixes. What's been happening on the DJ?
Yeah, I put a few mixes out. I did a one extra guest mix about 2 or 3 weeks ago, which was good. Okay. So we run the old school R&B mix, and the feedback was nice. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the feedback was good. Like that's the second time I've done a one extra mix. So the first time, I kind of went all out with it. Like it was a mashup of everything I liked. So R&B, dancehall, hip hop, everything. And there was a lot of creative wordplay and all that kind of stuff. But this time, I just kept it to the music, and it seemed to resonate with the people nice. So we're happy about that.
How are you finding this period with like getting your tracks? Like obviously you know you're recuperating and everything, and like looking back at your sets. Like how are you finding this period? You know, getting these old school tracks and everything that you didn't have before.
It's nice, you know. I think as a DJ, you can sometimes, as I say, get into the habit of just playing similar kind of songs that you usually go for, like tried and tested. So I've been going back and looking at old films that I like the soundtracks to, things like that.
What's his films?
You
putting that in the clubs? Titanic, bro. I'm putting the Titanic. Let's put Titanic in there. I don't even know what it's like.
My heart will go on and that Celine Dion things.
Celine Dion.
Not quite. Maybe like more time films like Step Up and all them kind of thing. You Got Served, them ones. So a little bit more urban than the Titanic bang.
A little, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, whatever you do in your spare time, bro. I don't know what you do, but I don't know if you're listening to Celine Dion in bed. Like, I don't know.
That film is mad. That film is different. I shouldn't even talk this on the camera, but that was when I was younger. I watched Titanic and I had nightmares, you know.
Must have had nightmares.
I had nightmares about Titanic. I don't get scared about film, but for some reason, that film wigged me. So,
what, you've never been on a boat?
I don't like water, you know. You can ask Day-Day's in the chat. He knows my swimming ability is dead.
Like there is no.
That's what they say, innit? It's true. I need someone to teach me because he tried.
Have you never learned when you were younger?
I did. You know what? I can swim, but I can't float. Does that make sense? Now, if I said I can't swim, I can't float. So as soon as I start like not doing the whole,
the whole whistle, the whole.
When I start doing Dougie in the water and that, like I can't back that. I can't back it. So.
I said zero swim. You can't swim.
No chance. He said paddle your feet at Ocean Beach. Trust me, Jody. I'm looking to do that.
Let's
But
not
yeah,
lie.
so
So let's go to your career. So like, how did DJing kind of start with you?
interestingly enough, like I didn't actually mean to do it like this. I used to play a lot of music in my house, and I bought like these decks, but they weren't really decks. They were like 2 CDs that you could like kind of fade together, but it wasn't.
So
it wasn't any.
like he said you need armbands.
Yeah.
Oh, you've actually got the what's the the float thing, but the tube thing.
Yeah, man. I had to get that when we went to Napa and stuff. I was there holding the little raft, and that is mad. But yeah, so I started DJing on those kind of like dead equipments. Then I got virtual DJ, which a lot of people do mess around with. And a DJ that I know from my old school, he's a house producer, and he dropped a mix on SoundCloud, and I heard it, and I thought, right, I like this. I think I could do this. So I made a little mix and put it on SoundCloud. And yeah, it kind of like people were like, yo, this sounds sick. How did you learn how to do this? Rare. And then I got booked. My first booking, crazy, was Bamboo Boxing Day with Roski, Mystery J. I think it was Chris K. and Nathan.
That was your first booking?
My first booking. These times I was just.
I said your first booking, and you got thrown into the deep end there.
Deepest end. And it was scary because I didn't have decks. I'd never used decks before. I didn't even know what a mixer was. I was just on my laptop moving it from side to side back in them days. So I had to learn fast. So I got a little controller, one of them dead Hercules ones. Yeah. And then we got it moving like that. So we started plugging it in. I took it to TE Bar, which the owners of 101. I don't know if you know 101. Yeah. They own that at the time. And they said, have a little play about, see what you can do. And I just liked making people happy through music. So it became a thing where I was like, you know what, I'm ready. I done my set, and it was quite funny because I had my headphones on, and I didn't realize that I had played the acapella of a tune, and I didn't play the real tune, but no one seemed to care. So I was like, you can make little mistakes, and then it kind of goes from there. So,
were you jamming along like it was the actual song, man?
Yeah.
I can imagine you were like in the booth, like, yeah, you know what?
I was just there like, I'm doing this, I've got a crowd.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm there running acapellas of like Soldier Boy or something like that. It was crazy. But then I remember like Mystery J and Roski came up to me. They're like, oh, you know what you're doing, man? You're all right. You are. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's do this. So then we just kind of picked up from there. They gassed you, bro. They gassed me off. And then I just improved and kind of started from there still.
So from then, what's been your journey? How have you got to Dougie Fresh now?
So like, obviously I started with that. So I kind of felt a bit weird because I was being put into the position of playing weekly in clubs. I was getting booked here, there, and everywhere, and I didn't really know what I was doing. So I knew music, but I didn't know the technical side of it, so it was probably a bit raw. So I spent a lot of time just thinking, you know what, I need to get a CDJ, proper things, Serato, whatever everyone else is doing, I want to do that as well. So I got used to the technical side, and then from there, just started get put to the places where I wanted to be. So I started playing in like your Sugar Suites, where I can play more dancehall and bashment, which is my heritage from being a Jamaican man. So from there, I've just been able to create my brand like that and then keep it stepping.
I'm actually going to ask you this. I'm going to go straight into this question. So do you think that being Jamaican yourself, that white DJs actually get more praise for playing bashment dancehall than you playing bashment dancehall?
Wow. Definitely. 100%. Of course. I think it'd be silly to say otherwise. Whether that's a bad thing or not, I don't know, because like I've messed around and played a few Asian tunes.
But how do you feel about that though?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
It's frustrating. It is frustrating because you would like to think that like just knowing the rhythm is going to be enough, and knowing how to just wave through that genre is going to be enough to propel you. But it does seem as though if you're not from the culture, there's a shock factor. So if a white person comes on and plays a sick dance, or say, even I respect it more because I'm thinking, you didn't grow up with that. Like I've grown up in christenings where they're playing your Sanchez's, your Beres Hammonds. You probably didn't, and you still have invested time to learn the culture. So I'm not going to knock it at all. I'm just going to say it can be frustrating because you want to be respected for what you bring to the table, not because of the color of your skin. So
for you, in your opinion, what makes a good DJ?
All right, so a good DJ needs to be able to read the crowd first and foremost, play to any kind of crowd as well. If you've just got like a certain style of music and it's just your favorite music, and you can't adapt and play something other people might like, then I think that's a bad DJ. Naturally, technical ability. So I like to see a DJ that can scratch and can add a bit of creativity to his transitions and whatnot. And I'd say energy behind the booth as well. I don't know if people notice, but I really notice what a DJ is like standing behind the booth. Like, is he getting into the character? Like, Day-Day's commenting on there now. He's someone that does it well. He'll get involved. Like, you can see he's having a good time. And I feel I'm the same. You can tell that I'm enjoying the party and the environment around me. Sometimes you see these robot DJs and they're just there like, and you think to yourself, what you bring to the table? You're kind of trying to entertain the crowd, but you look bored. So I'd say
you look bored.
I'd say a little.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes when you're just too focused, you can't really.
I hear that. I hear that still. It is the focus, but enjoy yourself, man. Let the crowd vibe off you and be able to take on requests and be able to just engage with your people. So yeah, I'd say that's important too.
Yeah, Jordan, thank you for noticing I got short back and sides,
Yes, Jordan.
They said I'm not holding back with the questions.
Of course,
I'm coming in, bro. Like,
I'm ready, blood. I'm ready. You can ask me anything. I'm ready to answer.
Okay, where's DJ then? you said ask anything. You said ask anything, so I'm gonna ask anything.
Snap. Oh snap! Where's DJ? Jesus Christ!
You said ask anything, so you're a no filter person then. I'm guessing you're no filter.
Nah, definitely my filter set to high, bro. I have got a high filter because I know what I can and can't say. But let me get back to that one. I'm gonna try.
Let me get back to that one
because I don't know if because see me, I got no filter at times, but I do like to see the positive in everything. I'm not trying to sound PR or my press manager's not on the side, but I do like to say, okay, this guy probably doesn't have great selection, but his transitions are nice, or he might not be good at DJing, but he's a good host.
Probably not bad, but just like when improving, like errors.
Yeah, he's trying to draw me out. This one, he's trying to draw me out. Are you on about in my city or just in general?
Do you actually want to get that? You want to get personal like that? You want to get in your city?
Because
Go get personal.
It would have to.
Go get personal. I was just putting it out there. Like, it could be someone you heard in flipping Scotland. You know what I mean? Like,
swear down. Yeah, you might give me an exit there.
I'm giving you an exit. You were gonna draw your own self out.
I was gonna. I put myself. Yeah. See, Jody's like, yo, I don't know what to say right now. Let's move on to the next question, and I'll try to think of someone that I don't. I will give you something, but I just don't know quite yet.
Okay, we'll flip it. Who do you look up to in the industry?
Who do I look up to in the industry? Okay, that's a good question. We can put some respect on some people. Trust me, Jordan. Don't
trust him.
He's reaching. There's quite a few DJs that I respect. Like I always say, 5 DJ. Like people always ask me, who you top 5 other than yourself in Bromo, whatever. I put Day in there. Like,
he already said himself.
Oh, did he say himself?
Yeah.
Oh God dang.
Take him out. Take him out.
I might have to let me hook him out. Hook out his blood. We're going for number 5 now. Hook him out. I rate Reckless highly. I respect DJ MJ as well. He's someone I've kind of like been around for like a couple of years now, and I've seen how he's grown and developed, and he's doing his thing, and he's incorporated a lot of stuff. Like he was always a good DJ, but now he's a good performer as well. Kind of what we're saying. He's on the mic doing stage shows, so I respect him highly. So Reckless, we're saying Day. MJ, Silk, I have to put Silk in there because like technically on the mic, everything he's kind of got the whole package as a DJ. Like he really knows how to keep her energy in a room.
Why are you talking like you're on Love Island?
Let me try and think of one more. Wait there. Let me draw for one more. I'm gonna put VIP in there as well because someone I've kind of looked up to from the start. Because I remember when I first done my first ever DJ set. Remember I was telling you about? I didn't even know what Serato was. I had to ask VIP for some assistance. Cause I was like, yo, I knew him from around the way. I was like, I need some assistance. I don't know what I'm doing in this DJ thing right now. And he just was like, bro, you need to learn how to scratch and learn how to mix and come back to me. And I was like, oh shit.
Why? You should have gone into stand-up comedy, bro. Like,
that tough love, boy.
So look at
yeah, go on.
no. So yeah. So overseas gigs. What overseas gigs have you done? What's been the best ones for you?
The best ones for me, I've done Ibiza. That was good. I really enjoyed that. I think that might have been my first one. I was gassed. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This was like 2 or 3 years into doing it, and I got asked to do one in Ibiza. And I was on the plane.
Yeah.
And my brethren, he doesn't live in Birmingham anymore. He lives over in like London, Surrey way. So he hadn't seen me kind of doing the club thing and growing my brand and whatever. But I've invited him to my set to Ibiza. So we're on the plane. I can't believe this even happened to me. I was on the plane. I'm sitting on the back seat, so there's no further seats behind me. And then all I've heard was, "Oh my God, Dougie Fresh is playing in Ibiza. We're gonna catch him when we get there." My friend looked at me like, "You fam?" And I was like, I'm in the back of the plane, shocked. I can't believe what I'm hearing. And he's looking at me, and the girls are still talking. The girls are attractive as well. And he was giving me that look like, "Yo, we need to have a word." So he's just tapped the girl. He's like, "You do realize he's behind you?" And then they've turned around, "Oh my God, it's him!" And I was like, "Wow, how did I get to here?" So we ended up bringing them to the event that we was DJing at and whatever. So that was probably one of my favorite.
Well, did you sweet them with a nice booth there?
I wish I didn't have the facilities for that one, big man. Have you been to Ibiza, big man? Yo, it was £15 for a water, let alone booth. It was crazy. So,
bro, you think that's bad, man? Like in Netherlands, flipping McDonald's is like triple the price of UK.
Really,
fries, man. Like, yeah,
mad.
You know, like a large fries here would be like £1.50 or like £2.
Yeah.
Over there, it's like €5, something like that. It's a mad
back foot. Nah, that's not the one. That ain't the one.
The rider didn't come like that. The club manager must have been like, he didn't put this on his rider here. He didn't tell me 2 girls were coming as well.
He didn't. Yeah, trust me, he didn't give him the details. But yeah,
you know what? You got to add that to your rider, like 2 girls plus the drink.
It must happen, and it must happen. That's some Maltesers and that as well. You get me? Like,
What's a Malteser? You like Maltesers?
Keep it sweet. Yeah, we like to keep it sweet. But other than that, I've done Napa last year as well. I've done it twice. I really enjoy Napa. I think because it's such an urban crowd, you can really kind of go in and do your thing. So I was looking forward to playing Ibiza and Marbella this year. So we'll see what happens when everything kind of gets released and flights start happening again. So yeah, man, international flights are a good shot.
A lot of up and coming DJs always ask this question as well, like, how do you get these overseas bookings? So for you, it was like, was it really easy for you, or was it all right because you had the contacts and stuff like that? And what advice would you give them?
Advice. I'd say going abroad can make you as a DJ, to be honest. So I'd say for an up-and-coming DJ who's at the kind of start of their creating their inception, it's not a bad shout for you to go maybe just approach some of these clubs or a promoter locally that you know that's going to be doing a season over there and to say, can I just come with, and then hope for the best. It's kind of a leap of faith, but it can prove to be worth it. You've got people like, I know, like Don Bryan, Mystery J, etc. They went out there and they just networked and created their own kind of brand over in Iron Apple and things like that. So I would probably suggest doing something like that. And there's DJ Jammer as well. So yeah, I think, but yeah, it could be a thing where you go over there and just take a leap, even if it's not going to be financially viable for you at the time. What's going to happen is you're going to elevate your brand to a point where you can come back, and if you was charging £50 an hour before, maybe you can start saying, you know what, I've got this international following, I've been doing this. As long as you market it right while you're there, you can probably elevate your price by like 2-3 times. You know what I'm saying?
Have you wanted to do your own events, or have you done your own event before?
Yeah. I've been running this event thing for a while still.
Are you trying to compete with Day now?
Yeah, we actually used to do an event together, which was cold. We used to do it in Bamboo. That was sick. But yeah, we mutually book each other for our events, and we know what we do, so we bring a certain vibe. So yeah, I've done about 10 events now. I've got an event that I started last year called Exposed, where I wanted to kind of put other DJs that I liked and respected on to events just before they started to really get booked everywhere. So I had last time DJ Jammer, Taz, Grind Blog. So I want to do more of that when we get back into it. But I had an event that was meant to be on April Bank Holiday, and the lineup, if I tell you the lineup right now that we had, what
was the lineup?
It was me, DJ Silk, DJ Lani, DJ
Man said
Mexi,
Lani's on there
Double
as well.
Impact. Yeah, I had Lani on there. RJ, DJ Emo, who's a big DJ from in Brom. And who else is on there now? I think that DJ Dunch, who was a DJ from London that I really respect a lot. So yeah, man, I was excited for that. And then the Rona came through and done its thing. So you have to keep that one moving and hopefully make that happen another time.
You gotta keep it moving, bro. What's the plans for after Corona for you? Like, what's your first steps? Like, obviously touching the clubs, but like, are you doing an event straight away? What's the plans?
It's gonna be difficult. You have to kind of just see what the lay of the land is and see what clubs are open to doing events now, because I think that the landscape's going to change completely from how it was before.
Do you think clubbing is going to change, or do you think it's going to go back to how it was?
In the short term, yeah, it will definitely change. I think it's going to, and I think events are going to be more DJ-led than ever. I think it was already getting to that stage, but now I think the DJs putting on their events are going to be what sells out a club. So I think every club's going to want to have their DJ that will rock with them. So I think it's going to be a good position for the top tier DJs to be in, but it might make it a little bit more difficult for people coming through. Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
I think, you know what? I mean, I hope they kind of open their eyes out a little bit more and look at other DJs, but I don't think they will. I think they're just going to stay safe because obviously they're trying to make the revenue and profit in the short term to get back up and running.
Yes.
I don't know. But
it's gonna be difficult still. I think I think
it's difficult it's difficult even for like the resident DJs, because like knowing what to play as well, keeping your residencies.
That's a good talking topic. Let's talk on that.
Okay, cool.
Residencies. Okay.
Was it residencies?
Residencies.
Alright, we've underlined it.
We've underlined the residency thing. Take a sip of my juice. I think before I used to have a negative perception on residencies, I think.
How comes?
I think before, because you don't want to give away too much. As you say, it's difficult as a resident. I've done a residency as well. I've done 2 now for a long time, and I realized how difficult it can be to kind of keep things fresh and keep a residency. So I think the best thing for DJs to do is like get a residency where they can hold it down, showcase their skills on a regular basis, because that's when you build a brand. Because now I've played at the same place for 2 years, for instance. They come for me. I know this. So if I'm not there, they're not there. So that puts me in a powerful position when I want to do my own events, because they're more inclined to come because they really do rock with you. So similar to how people do mixes and things like that, anything you're doing, do it consistently. So if you can play somewhere consistently, I think that's a very, very, very good place to start. And then you can just make sure you use that as a tool to build your brand so that you get more people coming to your stuff and put more money in your pocket.
Is it better for an up-and-coming DJ to get a residency?
100%, especially up and coming. If you can come into the game and have somewhere that you can, you basically like cutting your teeth and just learning what to do, you're going to get more confident as well, because you've got a captive audience. You know that the people there are here for you. They've heard you before, so they're comfortable coming. So you can start expressing yourself. Because I remember when I was DJing at Sugar Sweet when I first started there, I didn't used to use the mic at all. Like, I was scared, shook. You wouldn't believe it from hearing me talk. I was shook.
Yeah, I would never think you were shook on the mic, bro. I would have thought you would have stepped on that mic.
Nah, not at all. And one of the days, they just put me in like the side room. They said, "Oh, like we've overbooked. Can we put you over here for a bit and just try and bring a crowd into here?" There was like 4 people in the room. Not gonna gas it. Like, this was time ago, and I was playing my tunes, trying to make it cool with the crossfader and doing little scratches and that. And then a friend of mine, DJ J Mac, came in and he was like, "Bro, why are you not on the mic?" And I said, "I'm scared, I don't know how to use the mic. I'm not confident. I'm not comfortable." And he just literally picked up the mic, and within 5 seconds, the 4 people that were in there acted like there were 40 people. They were jumping up and down, like, "Hey, this is my mic." And I was thinking, wow, that's like an important tool. I didn't even see it as that before.
So do you think that's helped your sets?
Oh, 100%. Because then I picked it up and then I just started to learn little routines that can get people involved, talking to people directly, make them feel a part of the set. And then now I host, I charge out to host. Some people book me to DJ, some people book me just to host, because I've kind of become proficient at that. So,
so you got 2 in 1 basically, because the promoter don't need to spend money on a host because they know you can do it.
Yeah, definitely. I know. What do you think it hurts? DJs,
what's the best way to get into the Birmingham scene as an up and coming DJ? I know the Birmingham scene's hard, right? like to get into that Arcadian scene?
Yeah, it can be difficult. They say this, but I think it might actually be easier than anywhere else because there's so many DJs. Like, I'm sure you've been doing this interview thing for a while now.
Yeah.
You've probably interviewed about 15, 20 DJs from Birmingham. So you know that the market is competitive, but there is a lot of venues as well. So there's a lot of opportunity there as well. Whereas in some cities, like I think a few people have tried to get into the Liverpool market, you ain't playing over there if you're not one of the three. So I think there's a lot of opportunities because DJs do their own events, all that kind of stuff as well. So it's sick.
But like mainly like if you're not friends with the DJ or not friends with someone like, you know, like with Leon, right, in 101, like if you're not in that kind of circle, do you think it's going to be hard anyway? Like, I mean, obviously every circle's hard, but do you think Birmingham's harder than most cities, or do you think it's actually easier than most cities?
Say that again one time.
So like, do you think Birmingham's actually harder to get into the circle than most cities, or do you think it's easier?
I think it potentially is easier. I see riders saying what venues. What do you mean, bro? I'm trying to answer that question. So what? I think
what venues? Because you said there's a variety, so he goes, what venues? I think maybe I don't know. I don't know if he's being jokey about that or if he's.
All right, there's a lot of clubs. There's a lot of clubs in Brom. Obviously, even just in the Arcadian circle, you've got there's like 12. Then you've got Broad Street as well. Then you've got the ones that are just on the outside. So there's a lot of different venues. And because I do my own events, Ryder does his events, Day does his event. Like there's loads of DJs that do events, so you can kind of get in with anyone. There's loads of different routes in. So I would actually say potentially easier if you're willing to negotiate on price. I think that's going to be the driver. If you're willing to go in there and say, you know what, I'll do a free set fee. I've had that before. I've had a DJ say to me, let me play on your event. I'll do a free set for you. If you rate me, you respect me, put me on again. I'm like, I personally won't do that. I still paid them a wage. But people, that kind of mentality where they just want to get in and showcase what they've got, then I think, there's definitely loads of opportunity to get in.
Yeah, definitely. Have you ever wanted to take DJs under your wing and kind of hand them out to different clubs and stuff like that, like have a little agency going on? Or
that's a good shout.
I keep giving everyone this idea now. I don't know why I asked this. I keep giving everyone this. Everyone's like, oh, you know what? That's a good shout.
You should have done that shit yourself. Nah, I wouldn't say I'm quite like a helpful person anyway. If anyone comes and wants any advice, I will more than likely help. I think Jammer just posted up saying I helped him on the mic, and when he first started wanting to DJ, he called me, and because I know him from before, said, can you show me the basics? So I brought him round straight away, and we got that done. So whereas it comes to an agency side, like I would do that. I actually know a few agencies that do similar, but it's not necessarily in the nightclubs. It's more for corporate stuff. Retail and all that kind of thing like that. So man, I think it's a good idea, and it's something I have slightly considered, but on the corporate side, not so much putting them into
on the clubbing cut.
100%.
You don't want them to take your sets.
I'm good with that, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. All right, you have to be confident in your own shit, man. You can whip someone, but know that you do you, bro. You can't replace you in it. So yeah, man. I'd be happy to do that for sure.
Do you ever get scared about losing your residencies or losing sets because another DJ's come in for a cheaper price or for something like that?
Oh, man, you hit with the questions today, bro. I don't think I've necessarily been in that position, but I know that it is a worry because us as DJs, especially through this lockdown, we've got certain groups where we all talk and we kind of have decided what direction we want to go in as a collective. And there's a lot of people that go against that by undercutting, and I've seen certain DJs fall out over people undercutting and taking their residencies and things like that. So it is a worry, but I know we had a brief conversation before. I feel like I'm on like a spiritual vibe. What will be, will be. I'm going to do my thing.
You're such a spiritual guy.
I'm gonna do my thing.
Should we run through that dream you had?
Nah, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Okay, so I know I'm not throwing shade to anything on this question. It's just in your opinion. So I know that at this time, obviously, like everyone's helping each other out in like group chats and stuff like that. But in general, if we were out of lockdown, do you think there's a rivalry between DJs in Birmingham, especially?
Oh yeah, come on, like it's been hidden more. It's more concealed, but there's always going to be wherever there's money, there's competition, and there's a certain allocation of places. There's gonna be a rivalry. So
Yeah.
whether we want to come and like take that on face on is different. I don't think that will ever go, and I don't think it should. I think if you've not got that competitive edge where you look and you think, I'm better than him, or I can do that better than he can, then I just don't think we don't push the scene forward. So I think it's actually a good thing.
What advice would you give to up-and-coming DJs to get into the clubbing scene and to get themselves known in social media and everything like that?
So like I said prior, I would advise, if you do want to get into club sets, just get in contact with the promoters. I get quite a lot of messages, to be honest, of people saying, "Oh, can you put me into this club," and things like that. And I'll pass it on to, if I know the promoter, I'll say, "Oh, this person wants to get involved." But a lot of it's just you have to create your own buzz. There has to be a reason why people want you and not the 30 million other DJs that are out on the ground to come and do their thing. So you need to create your own buzz. So whether that, everyone's got a different way. People have kind of killed mixes to death. I used to do a lot of mixes. I've stopped doing as many now. I still do them because certain people do ask for it for CDs and things like that. But find your route, whether it's that you're someone that's good at doing little videos that catch online, whether you want to be an event person, you can manage an event properly and create a vibe around that and push your brand that way, or maybe just doing Instagram lives that you're doing and doing, you've got a good interview flow and you want to build your reputation the way that you have. So there's loads of different ways. You just have to find the one that you're most comfortable in and never try and be someone that you're not, because people see through that straight away.
And don't try, like, you can't really just outgrow your scene kind of thing and stuff like that. Like, you can't really be faking that scene kind of
oh,
thing.
nah, you can't. Like, you can tell when someone's trying to do something for attention and whether it's genuine, like, and it just doesn't sit well with people. You don't realize how perceptive people are.
Yeah.
And they know you and they can tell what you are and what you're about. And if it doesn't sit and they can feel the energy's off, they'll go find someone else that's a little bit more genuine and authentic.
So what makes a Dougie Fresh set unique?
I'd say this is a good question, because I felt like before I didn't have that when I first started in the first maybe year or so. Like, I was playing sets and I was enjoying it and the music was good. But Kieran J actually spoke to me and he said, if I was blind and I was in the room, how would I know that it's you playing and not anybody else? And I was like, could you actually tell? Maybe not. So that's when I decided that you have to have a certain style. Charlie C gets me every time, you have to have a style that is unique to you and like bring people onto your journey musically. So there's certain sounds you expect to hear from me, which you probably wouldn't hear from another DJ. I'm quite influenced by a lot of different cultures. So like, even the fact that I listen to quite a lot of Latin music, so some of the maybe bashment tunes I play might have a certain reggaeton flavor or a blend, or I like scratching as well, things like that. So you can hear when I'm playing. And a lot of people that hear me play regularly, they know as soon as I'm on, that's Dougie, that is. So I'd say I have that now. And I think it's something that's important to kind of pin down.
Would you say you're more of the technical side DJ or more selection and good mixes?
No, I wouldn't say particularly technical. Like, I enjoy that kind of side, and I've got like a certain style. Like, when you hear me play, you'll know what it is. But I wouldn't say that I'm crazy, because I've seen crazy technical. So like your Dunches and your Silk, them kind of people, they do some mad stuff that I can't do at this point. So I wouldn't say I'm a specific technical DJ. I say I'm a blend of both. Yeah, I wouldn't say just as selective, because I use the mic as well. I'm kind of little triple threat. Let's go with a little trip.
Triple threat. Comedian. Yeah, one.
Mark Ryder said, "Yo, I've never had Dougie talk so posh, you know." Hey, that's that degree talking, fam.
Oh my god, man said that's the degree. Oh my god. So I'm gonna ask you this: what's your thoughts on reality TV stars going into DJing?
Oh, now you're hitting me with these questions different today. I don't mind. Do I mind? I kind of mind. I kind of mind.
I know you. I know the way you looked up. The way you looked up.
I kind of mind.
The way you looked up.
I'd like to say I don't mind, because do your thing, but I think because it's so disproportionate how much they get paid compared to DJs that actually are born and built.
Sorry, bro, I just lost you. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my battery was going low. Yeah, so I say because they're charging so much, I'm thinking to myself, "Raw, how you out here getting that kind of money and you're dead? You're not even playing.
You're dead.
You're playing. There's literally premixes. I can see you, bro. Like I've literally saw people on Instagram and they're pretending that they're DJing, but I can see that the plug's not even in. They've not even got all of the wires.
Why are you doing this research like that? Man's actually trying to screenshot it and look at it.
Hey, I see you. Just know that I see you. So when it comes to that, I don't like it. But if they're good, then it's cool. As long as if it's like, because I see it as
this question touched you differently.
Yeah, it did, you know. Because if you're good, bro. If you're good, dry your eyes, mate. Vibe. No, if you're good, then it's cool. But if you're dead, then it's the disrespect and it's really taking away finances and exposure that another DJ that actually really believes in the craft that they could benefit from.
Okay, do you think that it shouldn't bother you because you got to the level that where they wouldn't take your sets, or do you think they would still take your sets?
I wouldn't say that, because when you get like a reality TV DJ, you just put them for just the one event. So I don't think it really matters too much for me in that respect.
So why are you stressing?
I'm not stressing. I'm not stressing it. It's for the integrity of the culture. That's what annoys me, and the finances that are attached to it. That can piss me off because I know certain people personally that have been offered DJ sets for. We're talking thousands and thousands.
Yeah, I know, because obviously it's like a PA session for them
as
well. They're using it like a PA, but then they jump on the decks for like 5 minutes and then they do a little high, and then they've got 6K in their bag. Like,
for real, I've literally been asked if I would do that for someone. They've been offered like, let's go with $5,000 for the set, and they said I can't DJ though, so can you come and DJ and I'll just jump on the mic for you? And I'm thinking to myself, right, like,
man's getting 5K for the jump on the mic kind of thing, like.
It's all mad. So yeah, so when you hear things like that, it can kind of throw you off a little bit. But I'm not gonna get mad at you because I'm just gonna still do my thing, and you're over there. I'm still like I wouldn't say that I ever think, oh, these kind of people are taking away sets, because they're a good tool to use if you're doing an event and you want to push it. So I can respect it in that sense, but nah, never that, cuz.
So, have you had any bad experiences with a club promoter or manager? And if so, what's been the worst one for you?
Of course, I've had bad experiences with club promoters. Like, which one do I even give you guys today? Because boy, sir,
Gavin's putting the eye emojis.
All right, I'm gonna give you one. I'm not gonna say no names and that, but people that know me will know. This is what I'm only gonna say this one because we're in the area of like racism with all of the George Floyd thing. But basically now, boom. I've gone to a club. I was DJing at a club. Yeah, this is a few years ago now. Regular every week. Built the club up. Residency thing. I went to Egypt for a couple of weeks.
So say it with your chest.
I'm saying it, bro. I'm here, bro. I'm here. I'm here doing it. I'm doing this for the culture. So I've gone and done my thing in Egypt. Boom, come back, and they go, we don't need you this week, dog. Like, I was like, all right, that's a bit strange. Like, I've been there every week for the last 6 months, but cool. And then I came back the next week, and they was like, oh, you know what? We're gonna switch it up because listen to this, bro. He goes, you are bringing too many black people to the club, and I was like, huh? I'm thinking to myself, when I first started here, you were paying girls to come in with bottles of wine and stuff like that. You'd go out and you'd literally hold bottles of wine and say, please come in, we'll give you this just so that you roll. So I'm thinking to myself, how can you then moan at me for bringing you clientele, even if they're black or white, whatever? Your club is now full. I'm a part of that. So how can you throw that back in my face? So
I didn't say the name.
Yeah. You lot can probably work it out as the more I talk. So that's happened. I took it on the chin.
Gavin was saying, Gavin said, I'll say the name. Just say it, innit?
Yeah. So if you said it, then that's on you, but I ain't said it. So I've said, I took it on the chin. I've just gone, all right, that's cool. We make it happen. I'm still be a success in this thing. Carried on, moved on. And then it was like my brother's birthday 6 months after. So, trust me. So
too urban. Too urban. You know what? That's It's such a
You
white thing
bossing
to
me?
say, though.
Yeah, you bossing me, fam. Too urban, dog. So I've said to them now, like, all right, cool. It's my brother's birthday. He liked that club store, even though I had a slight vendetta now. He said he wanted to go there for his birthday. I'm not gonna knock him. So I said, cool. Let me speak to them beforehand because we know what they're like about the ethnics, El Negros, and all that kind of thing there. So he said, cool. I spoke to them before. I said, bro, I've got 8 people coming tonight. At least 4 of them will be black. Are we still cool?
Oh, yeah, man said at least. Man said at least 4. Like what? Like they had a cap. There was a cap on it. Like it's 5. You can only bring. You can only. We're only allowing. You know, like it's like in central London where they only allow like 50 guys on their guest list. Like that.
Yeah.
It's like we're only allowing 10 black guys in a club.
The
like,
percentage ratios were all off, fam. So I said, all right, cool. Are we okay with that? Are we good? And he said, yeah, we're good. So we come through. We walked in. All of us got in. Happy days. I'm thinking, okay, this might be a decent
all of
night.
us got in. You're sounding like, oh my God. It sounded like back in the day. Like
I was gassed. I was like, yeah, we're all in and that. Da, 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 da. But then 2 of my friends, they went in, but they didn't have any money. So they said, we've got to go to the cash point. We just want to get our stamps. The cash point is literally next door. Can we just stamp in while we've all agreed that this is the quota of black people allowed in the club tonight?
So this is the quota. Let's
do this and then keep it moving. So they've got in, and then they've said, oh, we're just going to go straight to the cash point and come back. They went to cash point, came back. 2 minutes they were, got to the queue, got to walk in. They said, oh, no, you got to queue back up again. They're thinking, what part of madness is this? I've got the stamp. I was in here 3 minutes ago. How can I queue now? They got into the queue. Next thing you know, too many lads. They're like, what? And then they pushed them out of the way. And then there was a big group of like white Caucasian gentlemen, very well dressed and all that. We'll give it. That's that.
Very, very well dressed.
We'll try to give a little bit of a balance to the story. You know what I'm saying? They've just let them straight in. So we're thinking, how can someone get in that's not paid yet, and someone that's been stamped and was in here 2 minutes ago and has already given you their money to come in, be banned? I kicked off. I'm not gonna lie. I went a bit mad still because.
Wow, what happened?
So then the owners come out, and then okay, this is where it gets real bad. The owners come over. He said, see, this is what you do. You bring too many black people to my
Nah, you're lying to me.
I'm being serious.
You're lying to me.
So then he's
how did they even have the chest to say that? I don't actually know how they have the chest to say that.
Bro, I couldn't believe it. So he said that to me, and and then my brother was there. My brother was standing there, cool as a cucumber, and he's just like, bro, come on, they're paid, just let them in. The guy is knocked my brother's hand, who had a drink of like Strongbow in his hand or whatever, and the drink's gone flying, and he's like, what? I got quite protective as my brother in it, so I've said, yo, let me come. I said, come here now. Now you've crossed the line because now you've put your hands on my brother. So come round. We're gonna sort this out like men. So and I'm not like this. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm anti-violence. I don't get into beef for no reason ever. You'll never see me acting up. But when it comes to I've let the racism slide. And now you got onto my brother as well. So yo,
it's anything family related.
Family related. It's time now. We've come to an impasse. We're gonna have to, fisticuffs or whatever it has to be. So he came round, and then like everyone kind of had to break it up and blah 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 blah. Then a friend of mine who was the promoter at the time kind of grabbed me. He's like, you don't want to do this. Da, 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 da. So I thought, you know what? Red flush came. I was like, you know what? Let me just come out to your place. Come over to your place. And we ran. I dragged my friends.
They said positive vibes only. Positive. Right. So what was the end of the story? So we can cut to the end. What was the end of the story?
So basically we ended up just bouncing, and then we like he came up to me, tried to apologize, said, I'll get you a bottle of vodka or drink of vodka and that to make up for it. I was like, what kind of some watered down vodka is gonna make up for family obliteration and racism? I said, nah, let me come out your place. So I just didn't go back there again for probably about two years or something like that.
Oh, right. So this DJ asked, what would a normal DJ get paid?
What was what?
What would a normal DJ get paid? What's their what and like what should you price yourself at as well if you're
Is that the question?
I don't know. Maybe I
can't answer that for you, bruv. Who asked that?
DJ the DJ. How much would a normal DJ get? I don't know if you can expand on that.
I can't answer that for you, bro. It's different for area as well. I know a few London DJs and their rate breakdown is different to Birmingham, so it just depends what you're comfortable with, and what you can get from, and then try to build up from there.
is there any tips you'd give to an upcoming from Dudley that's also trying to get sets in Wolverhampton?
I, I don't know the Wolverhampton area that well. I know that is it Outback or something like that? I think that might be the only club that I know that's out there. And Blossoms as well. So yeah, Gavin's probably a better person to speak to about that than I am, because I don't really know. But yeah, as I said, just approach people, friendly manner, show your personality, be flexible. If you need to take a little cut in pay just to get the set, maybe do that and then work up from there. But make sure.
Gavin, I think 50 quid an hour is a bit. I think that's a bit cheap though. I think unless you're like, if it's your first gig, then yeah. But I think if you're done a year or something in the clubbing scene, I think it should be 85 to 100 an hour, in my opinion.
Yeah. Where are you from, Chris? I know
South London.
Okay, you're South. Okay, so.
But like the competition's mad here. Like it's everything. South London is like the biggest for pricing because where I am, you got like Vauxhall, Clapham. Those are one different prices there. Then if I go further south, I got Croydon. That's one different price there. Bromley, one different price there. So like it's all crazy with the pricing.
Yeah.
You have to know what areas doing what pricing, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'd say whoever asked that question, speak to any DJ friends in your area that you know, because
definitely.
It can definitely vary.
Gav, why is he disrespecting your ends?
I'm not even sure. Oh, is that the guy? JSGtheDJ. Yeah. I'm from Manchester. Okay.
Where there aren't a lot of DJs, I think there are, but
yeah,
I think Manchester. Yeah, I think Manchester's got a lot of DJs.
Yeah, they've got some good DJs in Manchester, but yeah, man, just speak to them then and find out what they're charging.
What city do you think's popping apart from Birmingham in terms of the clubbing scene?
Yeah, Manchester for sure. I do like. Well, I say that, but I've not really been out in Manchester for a little while. But the DJs that I know that play there are good. Yeah, I'd say Manchester and Newcastle. I think there's a few DJs there that I rate highly.
Have you ever thought of moving abroad for a season or moving abroad in general to DJ?
I considered a Dubai one a couple of years ago, but probably not at this point.
Were you old for it, or what's going on? Right, I don't know if that's him or me. I think that's him. I don't know. Can everyone still hear me? Let me know. Alright, let me know if that's him or me. Oh, okay, he's left. Okay. Let's add him back in. Yeah, it was okay. Fine, it's him. Alright, let's go back. His battery probably died, man. Battery's gone. Yes, bro.
Yeah, okay, yo.
Yeah. What happened? Battery?
Nah, it wasn't even battery. Just went on the mad thing still. Is my Wi-Fi that
bad? It was a gift cap. Alright, Jabba. I'm on gift cap. Allow it, bro. Allow my gift cap. Allow my gift cap thing, bro. Allow it.
I slightly rate like I think about it when I hear gift cap mobile and I answer phone. I'm like, ooh. I take that into consideration when I'm ranking a man still, like, you know.
Alright, Jabba, I don't have P like you, bro.
Jeez, step it up, dog.
Tesco's, isn't it?
Talk SIM card, nah. Tesco more. Any of them
Tesco mobile. No, I don't think I can ever get Tesco's.
It's just a different bang when you get the answer phone message. That's horrible.
This is a Tesco's mobile number. No, allow my gift card. Allow it.
Crazy shit, boy.
But bro, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What do you want to achieve?
I really want to do radio, to be honest. That's
also, do you think radio's dying out?
Yeah, it is, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie. In a certain form, but I think there's still different platforms. I do like the idea of kind of speaking to artists and things like that, and just being a part of the culture in that way, as well as like the club sets are sick. Like there's a different feeling that you get. Like I know every DJ that's in here has done a set and have come home and the adrenaline is pumping and you're just literally lying in your bed thinking, "Rah, I killed that. I can't believe I did that with that. Oh, it was sick, and the people went mad. Like, it's got such a nice feeling. So yeah, something digital, maybe radio if it was like a one extra or capital extra thing. But other than that, I think yeah, as Ryder said, podcasting and things like that. I enjoy that. I do one on football already with a friend of mine, Fred. So yeah, them kind of things.
Production.
I used to be like a rapper, producer kind of thing.
I used to be a rapper. You know the ones where they slowly like slide it in, like, yeah, I used to be a rapper, you know. Like.
Back in there, you get me? Back in there, man, used to drop two bars and that.
Are you and Day getting on a track?
Oh, that would be fun still. Yo,
hook that one up.
Yeah, man might be able to make some tunes. But yeah, I feel like everyone's jumped on the production thing right now. And I don't know, like I've kind of learned the basics of producing. I used to produce beats years ago, so to jump on it again wouldn't be a stretch.
Yeah, drop a vocal for us. Drop a vocal in it. Rotate it part 2. That's a rotate.
Wow, wait, fam, I got you on the hook, man. I got you on the hook. But
go on, drop a bar.
Me? Oh, you must be crazy.
Go on, drop a bar. Drop a bar, man.
Come on, man. Come on. But yeah, I feel like everyone's doing the production thing at the moment, so I don't want to jump into another oversaturated market. But I wouldn't be against doing like the DJ Khaled thing, like bringing people together and kind of like
just put in Dougie Fresh instead of like just put in
basically, yeah, because obviously I do songwriting and stuff as well.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be a stretch for me to try and create a project like that. So that's something that you might see. But
we're ready for that. We're ready for that.
You're ready for that. But yeah, man,
I'm ready to hear a tune from you, bro. Like after quarantine.
Oh yeah.
2022. I'll give you 2022.
Nah, bro, man can make a tune in a day, fam. We got the studio.
Yeah, go do it.
Alright, fam, don't worry
about it. Go do it now.
Alright, if me and Day done a tune together, it will be fun still. I've got songs on my page with Sideman and that, so you could probably check some of them out. But but yeah, I've definitely got I got an ear for the musical thing.
Alright, so you're not escaping the first question I asked you, yeah?
You're not
escaping it. You're not escaping it. So we're coming back to it. We're coming back to it. I've only got 5 minutes. We're coming back to it.
Okay. Jesus Christ. I can't do it to myself, bro. I can't just.
You said ask anything, so like I asked you. You got to at least give me something.
Yeah, but worst DJ. I'm not trying to.
Okay, let's not even say worst. Let's just rephrase it to like. What's technical? Is that better? I don't
know. No, because whoever I say will be somebody that I know, bro. And I'm not here for that stuff. I've decided. I'm putting my foot down, bro. I'm putting my foot down. We don't.
Okay, right. I'll ask this. Who's the worst to work with? DJ worst.
The worst DJ
to work with. Yeah. Like if you've worked with any that are been hard to work with.
It would have to be someone that doesn't respect the warm-up position.
Alright, we're gonna get onto that now. The last 5 minutes. Let's get onto that.
Yeah, I feel like like the warm-up position is important.
Are you the type to jump on the decks, like just chuck whoever's on, chuck him off or her off, and then go, I need to get on, or do you kind of just let them do their thing and then you restart the night?
It depends who it is. If it's any of the DJs that are in this chat right now, and I'm playing after them, I would have probably either spoke to them beforehand or just expect that they will respect the position. And
definitely would.
You know what I'm saying? Like these are seasoned DJs, but sometimes you get like younger DJs, and I remember my worst one was I warmed up for Rusky on my third ever set, and I was doing the dance and I done a madness. I can't believe what I did. Now I'm looking back at it, I can't believe what I did. I played everything. I'm talking like 10 o'clock. Man, we're dropping, at the time, it was like your pals and all that kind of stuff like that. Like, I was really, really clarting it off. And then I seen him in the corner. He turned up and the crowd was going mental. Like, a girl even passed out. It was sick. And I turned him. I thought he said, he's killing it. But then I grew to
killing
learn.
It as in like killing.
He said, he's killing me. He's killing me, fam. And I realized after, I was like, I killed him because he jumped on and he didn't have anything left to play. I'd played bassline, dubs, any kind of hype tune.
I said 10 p.m., 10 p.m., bro.
10 p.m. I'm chopping tunes. So I thought, oh man, like that wasn't right. That wasn't. So I learned quickly from that because I did it myself. And I spoke to him after. I spoke to him during lockdown about it still. And he was like, yeah, I remember that, bro. You fucked me up still. You killed me. And I was like, all right, cool.
Here we go.
So in that day, I was the worst. So yeah, I'd say any of that.
Do you not agree that
is not good?
It's just like because these warm-up DJs don't actually know because like as you said, some of them are young.
You don't know. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
Like some people don't act like no one teaches you what a warm-up set is. Like no one goes to you. This is what you have to play. You have to just figure out yourself basically. Unless someone teaches you
and you get
in the DMs or whatever. Yeah, trust me.
And also, I have to respect as well, like, when you're just starting, your job is, you're not thinking about the club.
The madness. Were you on that budget?
Damn, my wife, I'm not even using I don't know.
No, it's fun. I know, don't mess it, bro.
I don't know about you, fam. My Wi-Fi is dank, but yeah, when you first start though, you're trying to impress people, so I can see why you would get carried away and stuff.
They say common sense, but like, if you don't, but like, if you're starting out,
I think common sense goes out the window.
Because like, also you got to judge it, right? Because one like old school could work in one club, as a warm up, and then another warm up could be just when I say old school, but like it could be pop old school. It could be like. No one, you got to judge that, right? And know what they're expecting.
That's why I said when you asked me what do I rate in a DJ, and I said read the blood clot crowd. So yeah, different venues take a different kind of warm up. You know what I'm saying? You can go in some clubs and mash it down with a Bruno Mars, and then in the next club you might have to like run Dexter that slow jam to warm up. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like
definitely. Bro, we got to do another one of this, man. Like, part two next week. It
was good fun. Still, I respect the team. Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man. I respect. You forget.
What?
That's like looking at
my feet.
Yo, I've had too many apple juices, but yeah, man, respect for that. And yeah, if you want to hook up again, just shout me, bro.
Definitely, bro. I appreciate it, and hopefully we can link up. I'll come Birmingham. We can link up, and
man,
that'll be good, man.
Yeah,
cool.
Good to see. Yeah,
take care, man.
Respect
We'll get in touch. See you.
All right, in a bit.